Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about third unit, that is influence line diagram. So let us understand what is the definitions of ILD. A influence line is a graph showing for any given beam, frame or truss the variation of any force or displacement quantity such as shear force, bending moment, tension, deflection for all positions of moving unit load on at it crosses the structure from one end to the other. Okay. This means the ILD is basically used to find out the reaction, shear force, bending moment, deflections of moving load, okay, moving load on any structures like beam, frame or truss. Then its uses of influence lines to determine the reactions, shear and moment etc. of a structure due to the multiple point load as well as due to the uniform load. So, multiple point load is acting on the bridges moving load. So, we can find out the reactions, shear force and moment of moving load. Then second use, it also helps in finding the maximum values of response function. Response function means response of acting load or stresses. Then next definition is Mueller-Breslau principle. Mueller-Breslau principle. So, it states that if you want to draw the influence line for any forces quantity like reaction, shear and bending moment in a structure, okay. So, what we do in this, we remove from the structure the restraint to that force quantity. We remove the actual loading and we apply the unit load, and we apply on the remaining structure a unit displacement corresponding to that force quantity. Okay, we apply the unit load to find out the corresponding unit displacement. So, this is the basic definitions which is always asked in the examination. Now, next is basic of ILD. So, let us understand what is the ILD, how to find out the reactions, how to find out the shear force, how to find out the bending moment. Okay. So, let us understand by a basic examples. Okay. If I draw a simply supported beam of span L, okay, beam is AB, there are 4 points, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3 and point number 4. I just randomly mark this 4 point. Okay. So, P point is away from X, from A support, and from B support it is L minus X, because total span is L. Okay. So, I want to find out the support reactions. So, I will apply a unit load of 1 kilonewton on point B. Okay. If I apply the whole load, unit load, if I remove all loading and only apply a unit load at point B, so my reactions at point A become 0 and maximum reactions will develop at point B of 1 unit. Okay. I removed all the given load and only apply a unit load. So, this become unit and this becomes 0. Okay. And I will find the ordinate at point 1, 2, 3 and P. Okay. Suppose my beam subjected to the 3 point load. So, I will find 3 ordinate y1, y2, y3. Similarly, I want to find out the support reactions Ra. So, I will apply unit load at point A and my reactions at point B become 0. So, this become unit. Okay. So, ordinate will be same y1, y2, y3. This is ILD for Ra. Okay. Now, next is ILD for shear force. So, this is the diagram of shear force ILD. Okay. So, what is the basic of shear force diagram? So, look here, this is the basic of shear force diagram. So, this one is the simply supported beam, this one is the reactions. So, this is the diagram of Ra, reaction at point A, this is the diagram of RB reaction at B. So what is the changes, this and this? So I just draw the in downward sides, reactions of RB on downward side. If I join this diagram and this diagram, so this become like this, okay, RA and upward side and RB at downward sides, okay. So this is the two diagrams I joined. Now if I draw a triangle like this one, if I draw the triangle like this, so this become my shear force diagram. This ordinate was 1 and this ordinate was 1, okay. This is my reaction at point A and this is my reaction at point B, okay. So this is the basic of shear force diagram, okay. This is 1, this is also 1, this is triangular diagram of RA and this is triangular diagram of RB, okay. So I just draw this diagram and this make the dotted, okay. So my original diagram only this one. So I want to find out the ordinate, this one and this one. This is positive ordinate and this one is the negative ordinate, okay. So this ordinate we can find by using the symmetry of triangles, okay. So this distance is x and this distance is L minus x and total span is L, okay. So we can find out, so if this one is the L minus x, so L minus x divided by total span. Suppose this one is the x, so x by L, x by total span, okay. So this will the positive ordinate and this one will be negative ordinate. We can say ILD for shear force at point P. I draw a shear force at point P where I required the shear force and bending moment. So this one is my shear force diagram and similarly this one is my bending moment diagram. This is quite simple of simply supported beam, okay. We can already draw a triangular for point load. So this ordinate will be AB by L. So our A is x, our B is L minus x, our total span is L. So this become x into L minus x by L. This is ILD for bending moment at P, okay. Now the first problem of ILD, okay. So I am taking the first problem based on influence line for a single concentrated load, okay. The beam subjected to the only one concentrated moving load which is crosses the girder from left to right, okay. So what is problem? A single point load of 80 kilonewton crosses a girder of 12 meter span. Using influence lines, find maximum positive and maximum negative shear force and bending moment at a point 4 meter from left end. Also find support reactions, okay. So this one is the problem statement. So solution, first draw a line diagram of given beam. So total span is 12 meter. At point C, a 80 kilonewton load is acting. Suppose actually load is moving load, okay. So I want to find out the shear force bending moment at point C, okay. So C point is at 4 meter from A and at 8 meter from C. So first we have to find out the reaction at point A. So for finding the reactions, remove all the loading, just apply a unit load at point A, okay. So automatically reactions at point B become 0. Just remove the 80 kilonewton load and apply unit load only at A, okay. So this ordinate becomes 1 and this become 0. This is ILD for RA. So we can find out these ordinate at point C. So this is 0 from 0. So point C is at 8 meter. So 8, total span is 12. So 8 by 12. This is my vertical ordinate at point C. Similarly, reaction at B. So ILD for RB. So I will remove all the loadings and only apply unit load at B. Okay. So my reactions become 1 at B and A become 0. So I have to find out the vertical ordinate at point C. So my C point is 4 meter from A. So you have to always measure from 0 point. Okay. So 4 by 12. So this ordinate become 4 by 12, or you can find out this ordinate by using the symmetry of triangles. Okay. So this is my influence line diagram for RB. So let us make the calculations of reactions at A. So I just use this space for calculation for easy understanding. Okay. So reaction at A. So my original load, suppose I apply 80 kilonewton load at point C. I have to find out the all values at point C. So suppose I apply 80 kilonewton load at point C and find out the reactions. So 80 multiplied by ordinate. So 80 multiplied by ordinate. So this become 53.33 kilonewton. So next reaction at B. So 80 multiplied by 4 by 12. 80 multiplied by 4 by 12. So this become 26.67 RB. Or you can cross check this value by your regular procedure. Okay, by equilibrium conditions. So you will get the same values as that of ILD. Similarly, draw a shear force diagram for point C. So we already see the basic of ILD. So this is the standard shape of point load or UDL, whatever. Okay, so you can draw the ILD like this for this point. Okay, so you can find out. So this is our ordinate 1 for RA and this is ordinate 1 for RB. So if this is 1, so what will be the y1? So you can find out by symmetry of triangles or 8 by 12. Okay, so this point is 8 meter away from this. So 8 by 12 and this point is away from 4 meter. So 4 by 12. So this is positive ordinate and this one is the negative ordinate of shear force. Okay, or you can use the basic of symmetry of triangles. So 1 is at 12 and y1 is at 8. So you will get 8 by 12. Similarly for negative ordinate, 1 at 12 and y2 at 4. So this become 4 by 12. Okay, so just do the calculations of shear force. So maximum positive shear force at C when the load is on section itself. Suppose I apply the load on section C. So what will be the maximum positive shear force? So maximum shear force is denoted by F at point C. So positive means 80 multiplied by positive ordinate. 80 multiplied by positive ordinate, that is 8 by 12. So you will get maximum positive shear force, that is 53.33 kilonewton. Okay. Similarly, find out the maximum negative shear force at point C when the load is on section itself. Suppose I apply the load at point C. Okay. So 80 multiplied by 4 by 12. So 80 multiplied by 4 by 12, you will get negative shear force in kilonewton. Okay, that is 26.67 kilonewton. Okay, and last term is find out the bending moment. Okay, at point C. So just draw a triangle at point C. Okay, AB by L, A is 4, B is 8, L is 12. You will get 2.67. Okay, if you multiplied the given load multiplied with the ordinate, you will get the bending moment. So bending moment at point C is 80 into 2.67. You will get bending moment at C, that is 213.6 kilonewton meter. So this one is the ILD for bending moment at point C. Okay. So thank you.